Welcome to Pure Truth Podcast. Today we are going to discuss the presidential debate. I know it's a little late. I, you know, have been on a 2-week vacation. I am a fairly new podcast, and I only have short films, but I feel like it's time to do like a full length and get, kind of serious about my podcast, my YouTube channel. And so this is my first real, like, actual podcast, full length video that I'm doing, and I decided to talk about the presidential debate. And so we're going to get to that really quick. First, I would like to introduce to you my book that I just came out with on Amazon. You can get this on Amazon. You can go to Amazon. There's two ways. You can go to Amazon, go to the book section, type in Bewley A Comedy Series. That is on Amazon. You go to the book section. I believe there's a pull down arrow or whatever, and you just click on books. You click on books, and it'll take you to their book, their section where they sell their books. And when you get there, you can type in Bewley A Comedy Series. That's one way. Another way is I will have, in the comment section, I will have the link. Now, because I'm new and I'm still learning, I don't know exactly how to get a link up there to where you can just click on it. But you will be able to highlight the link, copy it, go to the browser, put that link in the browser once you copy it. Copy and paste in the browser, and then hit the search button, and it will take you directly to this book. And it is a comedy series loosely based off of events of my life. I don't have time to explain all the details of this book in this video because we're going to go talk about the presidential debate. But I will say it is hilarious. I will say there is some characters that are actually real characters, people in my life. For instance, when I say loosely based, I will say this, and then we'll get to the debate. Is what is one of the things that isn't really true is Blue Flame University. I don't believe there is a Blue Flames University. That's not really true. Although it is based off, well, one, if you've seen Coach, how Coach is kind of based off of a university in Minnesota. Well, Blue Flames University isn't based off of a university. I'm using the name Blue Flames to be based off of the NFL Fantasy League Keep the Fire. So I was in a NFL Fantasy League called Keep the Fire, and so I decided to call this university in this book Blue Flames University because I am writing a comedy series on football. And well, not only on football, but on loosely based on my life. So there's several different, and that's just one thing that is based on my, based on that, based on my life. That's just one of the things. There's many other, small, sentences or paragraphs here and there throughout this book, throughout this comedy series that are loosely based off of certain events. Really quick, I know I said I wasn't gonna take long. I apologize. So many of the characters really are real and from that Keep the Fire League. There is one character, her name is Christine, as a fictional or fictionary name for that character. Like, she's not an actual. Obviously, there's probably a person called Christine, but not anybody that I know. So she would be fictional. I kind of made her up. Hamilton is a name that I know. Aaron is a name that I know. Austin is a name. Darren is a name that I know. Logan is a name that I know. But Christine is not. However, the character Christine, kind of the role playing of Christine is kind of like a god figure. You picture the Lord, how the Lord gives gifts and gives blessings, and so a quick picture of my life. It hasn't really been much. It's been kind of a long road. It's been going through lots of troubles, lots of ups and downs. So not only in the Keep the Fire League, I struggled in that league, and then just this past fantasy season, I won the whole thing. So not only do you see the struggles here in this comedy series, but you're also going to kind of see a little bit, tells the kind of like the background story of my life, my struggles through life, and kind of like the ups and downs, kind of being on the loser side of life. And Christine plays that role where God is now lifting me up. He is lifting me up. He's lifting me high, that's where I'm at now in my life, is where God is taking me and he's lifting me up and he's blessing me, and he's given me gifts, and so you kind of see the travels through the desert, um, because you, in season one, starting out in season one, um, I and the character that plays me, Bewley, he is a uh, college football coach, and he has, ever since he has been a college football coach for this university, he has not won a single game, and he's been coaching for 5 or 6 years and hasn't, zero in how many games you you'd have to take X many games times X many seasons, that he's already any zero in blank, and then Christine comes on the scene and kind of like like I said before, the the God figure, and she's kind of um, plays that role of bringing me out of the desert, kind of plays the role of God taking me out of that desert. And so, starting in season 2, which I am working on, you're going to see where um, she where I actually do start winning some games, and then obviously season 3, season 4, and further on, uh yeah, so you can already see where this is leading, where in other seasons I will begin to win football games, and I'm not going to share all of it, because we need to get to the presidential debate, and I apologize that it's been nearly 13 minutes and we haven't gotten to that yet, but you can get this at Amazon. You can go to Amazon, go to the books where they just have the books, type in Bewley, a comedy series. That's on Amazon. Click on books, type in the search Bewley, a comedy series. That's one way. If that doesn't work, you can go to the link that I will have. And again, because I'm new, I haven't found out how to pin it to where you can just click on the link. But if you go to that link, highlight it, copy it, and go to the browser, paste it into the browser, hit the search button, it will take you directly to that book. So I apologize for 14 minutes of, explaining, telling you about the book, but I'm so excited because it just came out, literally came out today. So I am, just excited about that. So I wanted to get to that before I got to the presidential debate. So now, presidential debate. Okay, first things first. The fact checkers said that Joe Biden lied only 9 times. Somebody needs to the fact checkers. I'm just gonna say it simply like that. Somebody needs to check the fact checkers. I guarantee you, he lied the whole entire night. Now, he might have said a total of 9 lies, but then he said those 9 lies over and over and over. And here's the thing. They said that Donald Trump lied 30, 39 times or whatever. But then nobody is saying what he lied about. There is one, when I was listening on my vacation. I was listening in Idaho, or I don't know exactly what station, whatever. I was just turned the radio on, and they were saying how Donald Trump lied about the amount of criminals that are coming across our border, which Donald Trump said like millions, and apparently the fact checkers said that it's not millions, it's thousands or hundreds of thousands or something like that. Well, okay, one, it could be a exaggeration. Let's just, for right now, let's just say it's exaggeration. That's a exaggeration is not a lie. It's a exaggeration is just telling you that it's a lot of people. That they're, for instance, everybody watched the debate. Now, did everybody watch the debate? No. But I can guarantee you the majority of America watched the debate. The vast majority of America, millions of Americans watched the presidential debate. That's not everybody, but that's a lot of people. And so if I were to say everybody in America watched the debate, I'm talking about the vast majority. Yes, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I am talking about the vast majority. I'm, trying to tell you that there were so many people here in America who watched the presidential debate that it was a lot. And so, with that, that is exaggerating, but that's not a lie. That's not a lie. And that's what Donald Trump said, was maybe a exaggeration. Now, two, I really don't think that he actually lied about that. Because think about it. What makes a criminal, right? A criminal is somebody who breaks the law. And if you come over, or if you cross the border illegally, you are breaking the law, and therefore that makes you a criminal. So yeah, I would say if there are millions of immigrants crossing our border, I would call them criminals. Now, so there's no lie there, is my point. Now, obviously, they might say, well, he was talking about the how they were already locked up, and how Mexico is just Uh, okay, well, um, they say that there is no evidence of that, how Mexico is just setting criminals free and letting them loose and letting them all the. They say that there's no evidence of that, and they say that that is a one of the lies. Really, um, I know there is 3 people on the news that they talk about constantly being raped and stuff and killed. Um, but those can't be the only 3, which is actually a little disappointing that they only have 3 to, report about. Because I know that number is it has to be way above 3. There has to be more. I wish more and more people would come out and talk about how their incidents with illegal immigrants uh, committing crimes, because there has to be more than 3 incidents that you hear about on the news. I mean, there has to be more than those 3. Um, and so, and we know that there is, obviously. Um, it would be good for the news, I think, if the news, uh, because obviously there is, which I'm having a hard time remembering, but I do remember a few incidents when the border first opened, how we heard things on the news. I think the news, it would be awesome if the news would kind of go back to from the time that the border first opened to now, and kind of list the names of all of those who got raped, killed, murdered, whatever, and then list all of the criminals that that came across our border actually um, committing those crimes, and um, not just the crime of crossing a border being illegal, but the crime, other crimes here in America. I think that would be right now would be a good time for the news to play back from the moment Biden opened the border to now, how many, because I, you know, we hear about the 3 um, people. Uh, I would like the news to kind of go back and kind of paint a timeline, almost like a timeline, a picture of a timeline of, you know, from the time that the border opened to now, of how many. Uh, I would like that, like the next debate, and I don't know when it is because I don't really follow this a whole lot. But I would like for them to talk about that in the next debate. I would like Donald Trump to go back to the beginning of when President Biden opened the border and start listing all the names, like a timeline. Maybe have like a, a sheet that he opens up and says, "Look, Biden, here are all the here's a timeline and the names of people who were raped, killed, and the criminals that broke the law here, like illegal illegal aliens crossing the border that not just broke the law because they are illegal aliens that cross the border, but also broke the law here in the United States, killing, raping, um, whatever, whatever law that they've broken. You know, here's a list of them, and here's the list of people that were killed, murdered, or raped, and like a timeline of all that. Just show it right in Biden's face for the next presidential debate, because that is one lie that President Biden told the entire night. Um, Another lie that Joe Biden said was about the taxes. He told two lies about the taxes. The first lie they told about the taxes it was that when Donald Trump was in office, the taxes were high. That's a lie. And that he told night the whole entire night. And the second lie is he said that now the taxes are low, and we know that that's a lie. Both of those is a lie. So that's three lies right there that he told the entire night. He told a lie about when they from Afghanistan bringing the soldiers home, saying that that was a success. It was not a success. That was a disaster, and that's a lie that he told over and over. He said a lie about the veterans, saying that that the veterans are with Joe Biden or something like that, and that turned out to be a lie. And told, that he told that lie the whole entire night. Um, he said other things about others, you know, in the government agencies or something. I can't think of it on the top of my head, um, but he said many were. He said many things about many uh, people and parties with him. They're not with him. No, they are not with President Biden. He said that, and he told those lies over and over and over the entire night. He said that North Korea and China respect him and fear him. No, they do not fear him. Look at what they are doing. They are getting ready for war. They are getting ready for war. You look at Hamas. They attacked Israel. Is Hamas afraid of Joe Biden? No, they're not. And that's one of the things that he said, and so that's another lie. I don't know how many lies I've said that Joe Biden said by now that he lied about all the whole entire night, but at least that has to be like 7 or 8. So they said 9, and I said at least close to 7 of them already. Uh, he, you know, he's been. I can't remember if he said this during the debate or not, but he has been saying that his party supports him, and I really don't think that they do. Um, Again, I won't count that one because I don't know if he said that during the debate or not. Um, but so I won't count that one. Um, But he said that the food prices were down. That's I do remember that. That's another lie that he said kind of throughout the the night. He said that America was great right now. That's another lie. America is not great right now. Americans do not feel like um, America is great under Joe Biden. Um, so that's another lie that he told, and I've already gotten to 9 of them that he told the entire night, and I'm sure that there is more. So he did not lie 9 times, he lied more than that. It is my point. And then they say that Donald Trump lied 30 times or whatever, but they can't say what he lied about. And if they can, what I'm saying to, what I'm going back to is the fact that it sounds like they are nitpicking when it comes to Donald Trump because of um, the fact that he said this and, oh, well, the actual number is, well, like I said before, that's an exaggeration. But then on the other hand, too, that's really not a lie. What he said was true. They are criminals. And secondly, they say that he lied um, about them setting Mexico setting their criminals free, and they said that he lied about that's not, that there's no evidence of. Really? No evidence? How do you call all these people that got raped, murdered by an illegal immigrant? How do you say that there is no evidence of them releasing their criminals and telling them to go cross? Like, you gotta be kidding. I mean, if these were decent people, and most and yeah, I can see where some of them crossing the border are decent people. I mean, they're still breaking the law because they're crossing illegally. I can see where some of them are can be decent people. However, would a decent person rape a child? No. That person must be a criminal. Only criminal to start a criminal to start rapes a child. A criminal who crosses the border illegally, someone who is already a felon, somebody who is already a criminal, coming over illegally, raping a child, killing people. So that's not a lie, folks. That is not a lie. Because a person that crosses the border illegally, yeah, they're a criminal because they cross illegally, but if that person is decent, if they have no record of being a criminal before they crossed the border, and like that's something that you have to understand is a person that has no criminal record crosses the border illegally. Yes, they're a criminal now because they crossed illegally, but if they don't have a record of being a felon before they cross the border, that's not a person that's going to rape and all that. And there's a lot of Mexicans crossing the border illegally that are already felons. And the evidence points to that because they are raping Americans, they are killing Americans, they are committing crimes in America. So that is evidence right there that they were already felons. And so Donald Trump is not wrong on that. He's right. He did not lie about that. Um, and they say that there's no evidence. Baloney. Baloney. There is. There's evidence. So Donald Trump did not lie. And Biden lied more than 9 times. And that's my takeaway. That's what I wanted to, you know, get my point out about. That's my takeaway. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I went a little over time, but and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I know I kind of went over my time here, and I went over the time when I talked about my book. I spent more time talking about that than the debate, and I apologize for that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.